Welcome to What We Do in the Basement, a brand new D&D podcast with some of my favorite funny folks. My name is Kevin Rambran, and I'll be your dungeon master and host for the campaign. And I'm here with...
I'm Thomas Tolles. If my audio sounds different, it's because I am in a different country, one that is plagued by a virus that is only affecting Canada a little bit. So I have played D&D a little bit before, but this is sort of a new, more in-depth campaign for me, so I'm excited to get started, and I hope I don't ruin the audio.
Me too.
My name is Luke Cessalon, and I'm living in the correct country. I've played D&D too much in my life, and I am just going to be all over the place catching numbers and being like, oh, that's a bonus. Probably.
Look forward to that. Go ahead, Jesse.
All right. What a segue. My name is Jesse Bergen. I am an improviser, and I have played D&D for about 3 years. So I'm like intermediate. I don't give a crap about bonuses. I'm all about role play.
Holy shit, you rebel.
And no, I like those big numbers. I'm excited to play with you guys.
Awesome.
I am Natashia Durand, and I don't know what I'm doing here. I am the least experienced individual on this crew. I've never played D&D before, never been in a podcast before, never been in an improv. Oh my! I got stung by a wasp today. It's a lot of firsts today.
Yeah,
so.
it's a big day. It's a big day. And to give you guys a little bit of background on me, I've played a little bit of D&D, and this is my first time diving into the realm of mastering. So I've never... maybe I shouldn't have said that.
You've been an apprentice
This is what we do
for a
in
while.
the basement.
We master.
We master. No, I've been... I have a master's degree, but I've never been a dungeon master
Yeah,
or a
can
game
we
master.
can we go around and describe our academic history?
What is our
No.
GPA?
I
Everyone just
don't-
want to go around and say their GPA
No,
quickly.
I'm not doing that with Thomas. It's not fair.
Big numbers, though, right? That's good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is we all have big numbers. That's the new name of the pod. Is
Big numbers? I do like that. Okay, redo the intro.
Welcome to Big Numbers.
D&D /
I'm your
stock
host,
trading
97.
podcast.
They call me Kevin97.
Yeah. What's the highest number you can think of?
98.
I'm serious.
Oh, the highest number that we got is 2 to the power of 19,834, and that whole number minus 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, that's not the highest number. That's the highest prime number.
God, you just sucked the fun out of that bit.
Yeah.
So this is D&D.
I'm looking at my dice, and I'm seeing the highest prime number is 20, Luke. So
That's
I don't know what you're
not
talking
a prime
about.
number.
All right. But yeah, I guess we'll dive right in. Welcome to the realm of Villanis, a world of fantasy, magic, and struggle. Our story starts in the country of Danatar. Danatar is a land of unrest. A messy and destructive revolution has recently taken place. The democratically elected government was recently overthrown by the young, ambitious Aster Goldforth with the help of his father Ulwick. The Goldforths mobilized an army of giants, known as the Tall Guard, and quickly took over. The capital city of Eldorok acts as the headquarters for the Goldforths' newly established empire. The Goldforths have ruled Danatar for just under a year and have accumulated immense influence and wealth. The cities, towns, and communities that surround Eldorok are taxed aggressively and heavily. These taxes are enforced by the Tall Guard. The further you are from Eldorok, the more you are punished. We arrive in Willowhelm, a bustling little town originally founded by halflings. In recent years, Willowhelm has played host to all sorts of travelers far and wide. It is a frequent stop for people trying to get to Eldorok. Nowadays, with the new regime in place, the town has succumbed to a heavy melancholy. It's almost as if the town has been painted a filthy gray. It is late in the afternoon. We zoom into a store inside the heart of the town. A small stack chimney puffs out billows of smoke as the store is closing up for the night. The sign outside the door reads, McGinty's Patisserie. Inside, Putting away ingredients and such, an older human couple moves about. Jesse, would you like to describe your character?
I would love to. Underneath the sign, I just want to say McGinty's Patisserie in bigger letters. The Saucy Tart is the name of this bakery. We see an old man. He looks to be in his late 60s, early 70s. He's got close cropped silver hair. He's got a silver goatee. He's hunched over. He's wearing baker's blacks and a black apron tied around his waist. He moves slowly, shuffling around, cleaning up after a busy day. His wife, Harriet, is nearby. She is a taller, willowy woman with silver hair as well, and she cleans up around the store as well. And every once in a while, they cast a glance over to each other and smile as they go about their routine.
So Harriet slowly is starting to finish putting away things, and she looks over to you, and she says, Oh, honey, I wanted to mention something that happened earlier today. I'm a little embarrassed, but there was somebody who they stole a tart here.
Oh, well, was it a hungry-looking orphan?
Not quite. No, not quite. He was sort of looked to be a nobleman, and he didn't exactly steal it. He came to the counter to pay for the tart, and he handed me this envelope. It was practically empty, and he just disappeared. When I looked down at the envelope, I looked up, he was gone. There was just some bits of string in it. Here it is.
Yeah, he takes it, and he holds it up to the light, turns it in his fingers. And you say he took a tart.
That's correct.
And he looked like he was wealthy.
Yes, sort of a nobleman.
Well, if he comes back, we're just going to have to charge him for the tart, in addition to whatever he wants to purchase, I suppose.
Oh, okay, honey. Okay. We sort of take a little zoom out here, and in the attached housing that's in to the shop, in the back, in his bedroom on a pillow is a small red note with a single white dot in the center. On the other side, it reads, Old McGinty, the bell tower, when the moons align. We zoom out of this store and over the woods out back. In a small, improvised little hut that backs onto a lush forest, we see a little halfling girl putting the last piece of a fence into the ground. And inside, a little halfling boy is cooking over a pot. As he stirs the pot, we see a tall elf with remarkably dark skin sitting in a chair. Natasha, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. So I am an elf, a dark elf to be precise, a drow, with silver hair and purple eyes. I have recently emerged from the Underdark and wandered into this forest outside or near Willowhelm, and down on my luck, I came across some young little halflings that kind of helped me out and helped me settle in, so to speak, because I literally had nothing. I also have a bandage or dirty rag kind of tied over half of my face, covering my left eye. And yeah.
Sounds great. The little boy, as he's stirring over the pot, his name is Pilo. He looks over to you and says, I hope you're okay with just a basic stew. I don't know how to make many things yet.
Anything you make will be great. I haven't eaten in days.
I'm just lucky that you caught this squirrel then. As he's stirring the pot a little bit. And you see he sort of turns back to the pot, and there's actually a note attached to his back. It's a red note with a single white dot in the center. And on the other side it says, Scary Lady, the bell tower, when the moons align. So we zoom out of this little shack down through the streets of the city, and we're into the streets, into sort of the farmer's market kind of area. A spice merchant is attempting to pack up his cart for the day. It's the end of the day. But he's currently stuck in conversation with an older human man. Luke, would you like to describe your character?
I would be delighted. So Frank is also a very old man. He's like 65, but like on the dot. Like he's retired. He's retired from like most of life.
What?
He's like 65, but on the dot.
Yeah. I think they get it.
There's a red background. His age is on the dot.
He also has kind of not quite shoulder length, long like grayish hair. It's like above shoulder length hair, and instead of a goatee, he has a long silvery beard. He's also wearing a lot of yellow. He kind of his cloth all over him is like very wrapped and very towely, grayish pants. And if you look closely, but not too closely, one of the big towels across his chest has a smiling skull on it. Oh. It looks like a really happy skull. It's got a crack in its head and like kind of squinty eyes and just like a bony smile that could cheer up the sad clan.
They're in the middle of this conversation, and the merchant is, you can tell he wants nothing to do with this guy. He's like, okay, I just want to get out of here. I need to go back to my house. I don't want to talk about spices with you anymore.
Have you tried cayenne pepper?
I understand. Yes, I've sell spices. I've tried cayenne pepper. It's not
because like cayenne is like the best kind of spice.
That's a fair opinion. I guess so, man.
Maybe chili pepper.
Oh, and in the middle of the conversation, he's like kind of frustrated, and he's like trying to pack up quickly, and he knocks over one of the spice hold containers, and it drops under the cart. He's like, "Could you just grab that for me, please, for a quick second?"
I'll grab it if you can promise me you'll go home and you'll try that cayenne.
You want me to? Yeah, man, I'll go home and try cayenne pepper. I guess I don't. But like, I know I have some here. I could try it right now if you want.
I would appreciate that, yeah.
The merchant tries cayenne pepper. He's like, yeah, this tastes, it's kind of hot, honestly.
Well, a promise is a promise.
So as Frank goes down to pick it up, he sees a red note with a single white dot in the center as well. And he picks it up and stands up. And the merchant is gone. The note reads, Frank, the bell tower, when the moons align. We zoom out of this marketplace and into a small stone dwelling on the other side of town. A silhouette of a man in a bedroom can be seen. Looking outside of the window, we see a half-elf, and there's a very elaborate portrait of an older woman on the desk that he's kind of sitting at. Thomas, would you like to describe your character?
Yes. So this is a middle-aged half-elf.
I accidentally said young. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
He's aging so fast.
He looks young, and actually, in the lifespan of a half-elf, he is relatively young.
Right.
He's 50 years old.
Okay.
And his hair is cut into a brown bowl cut, although some gray hairs are starting to appear. He's wearing chainmail, but over the chainmail is a rainbow polo shirt and brown corduroys, which seem a little too small for an elf his age. Jeez. He's got a vacant look in his eyes, but there's kind of a smile plastered across his face, which is warm if a little haunted.
And Thomas, I want to get this on record so that I hopefully don't mispronounce it throughout. Can you please tell us what your character's name is?
Yes, my character's name is Anous Dweezil.
Okay. So, what's going through Anous's head right now, Thomas?
Anous is thinking about the ways he's been bad recently and the ways he might improve going forward. He wants to be a good boy all his life, and he's thinking about all of the harm that could have been caused or prevented based on his actions.
Jesus. Okay. Well, as Anous thinks of these things, he notices a small red note that's appeared on the windowsill. As he picks it up and reads it, it says, A. Dweezil, the bell tower, when the moons align. As the hours tick away through the day, the two moons of Volanus slowly cross the sky. They sort of go in opposite directions. And so as they near the zenith point and line up directly above the town, your characters make their way through the streets towards the bell tower. The bell tower rests in an area of town that was once a hub of industry. Years ago, a crime wave swept through the town, and the area has developed into more of a deserted place. It's kind of a second hub. People got scared. The area got whatever the reverse of gentrified is, and is now kind of, people have sort of congregated in the marketplaces, and all these things are in different areas. The streets are mostly quiet, but if you listen closely, you can hear a quiet rumble of people shambling down alleys and around dark corners. You pass different people, who sometimes quietly nod to you as they pass. Unbeknownst to you, the four of you are now walking down the same alleyway. An old halfling woman with stern disposition sort of brushes by you, and she's kind of making brisk pace. And all of a sudden, you see this old halfling woman gets dragged off into an alleyway to the side. What do you guys do?
I immediately start running towards the halfling woman.
All right.
Are there just like the four of us? Like we noticed there's only
there's
four of us?
other people. It's sort of getting like busier now, so there's kind of like a little bit of a crowd because you guys are getting closer towards the bell tower. So like there's like small like kind of groups. This is like you're not the only ones who received this letter. You're starting to piece this together as you're walking down.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's like something's happening. So,
I still run towards the halfling woman.
Sure. Yeah, you run towards the halfling woman.
Kind of old. It's not gonna be a run. It's gonna be like a jaunt.
Sure. Yeah, I've got to keep in mind for this podcast to keep everything at like a
Holding your
leisurely
hip,
pace.
I want to help, but limitations.
I take my arthritis medication. Old McGinty is going to slowly kind of walk to the edge of the alley that she was dragged
Sure.
and kind of like peek his head around.
Okay. Great. Yeah. What's up?
Anous is going to use Divine Sense to
Hell
detect
yeah.
the type and location within 60 feet of celestial, fiend, or undead creatures that are not behind total cover.
Okay. So it's celestial, fiend, or undead, right?
Yes.
Let me take a quick look here.
I don't know their identity. I only learn their type if they are near me.
Nothing comes through for Anous. He doesn't pick up anything. Yeah.
Sorry, that's Anous.
Damn it! Anous doesn't detect anything. Okay.
Actually, can I just check in with Thomas? Can you like how does that look when you're doing that kind of cool thing?
Oh yeah.
I put one palm on the ground, and I sort of do that thing where my lips buzz together like I'm warming up my vocal cords. And if I
what
do
does that
detect,
sound like to you?
it sounds like this.
Really pleasant.
And
audio.
if I do detect a fiend, an undead, or a celestial creature, then I open up into a nice projected nah.
As you're doing this, it's like people are shambling by you and are like, what the fuck is wrong with this
My
kid?
character gives a hard side eye to Anous in the rainbow polo.
Okay. As you guys all sort of like slowly look at the situation and creep your way towards the alley, you see 3 gnoll thugs. Gnoll are like these dog people. They're sort of like these sort of humanoid dog creatures, and they're accosting this woman. They're like these sweaty, rabid-looking things, and they're like, "Oh, you think it's okay to kick us out of the butcher shop? We'll show you how to really butcher something." And they're kind of shoving her around, and she's standing her ground. This little halfling woman. She's got a little weapon at her side here, a little club, and she's kind of like trying to bat them away. But like you can all tell, this is not looking good for her. Now, this is all happening as the crowd is starting to kind of, like the alleyway that you guys are in is starting to kind of empty out because people are you kind of hitting the back of the line now. Okay? So, what happens?
Does old McGinty know her as another small business owner in this town?
Yes. Or at least probably. Can you please give me, this is going to be our first roll of the game. Oh,
Okay,
shit.
great.
We're going to do a roll here.
Big numbers, big
God.
numbers, big numbers.
Big 97, baby.
Natural fun.
So, I guess I'll get you to give me a, oh man, I don't even know what, where's all
Is this
my-
just to see if I know who she is?
Yeah, I guess it would be
Maybe
like
a
a
history check?
Yeah, a history check. Give me a history check.
Sure. Cool. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. This is the wife of the butcher in the city. So her, her husband is the butcher. He's run the butcher shop for years. She's kind of always been around and helped him around since anybody can remember. Her name is Ruta Dalton.
Aruta?
Ruta. Yeah. And Ruta, you know Ruta to be a bit of a stern woman. She's kind of like aggressive. She tells you how it is. And but you also like this is not good for her. She's small. These are these big hulking dog people. They're not looking friendly.
Ruta. Howdy. McGinty steps out into the alley, just starts walking towards them.
Everybody roll initiative. Yeah.
I was hoping to defuse the situation, but immediately initiative.
These are a Ruda battle.
Oh, hi. Initiative.
These guys are not fucking around. That's the thing. Like
For sure.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
it's all good.
and they said like, well, like we'll show like you kicked us out of the butcher shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, McGinty just doesn't like it when small businesses get scammed, so he hates these guys. He's seen them creeping around the bakery.
I don't know, like Frank thinks that
Reuters.
there's two stories to every situation,
Yeah.
and if they were kicked out, this could be like profiling or.
There looks
No, this
like
is
they're
true.
gonna kill this lady.
McGinty is a small business tyrant.
My backstory.
Small business tyrant. Yeah.
Listen, those orphans are happy to work for me. What can I say? It's a privilege.
They don't want paid.
Okay, they don't want to get paid. Money just complicates things.
We're kind of like a family down at the store where they work.
The factory, I mean, the bakery.
Okay. Thomas, what did you roll?
15.
What did you get, Frank?
17 for Frank.
Man, you guys rolled
Whooping
well.
17.
I rolled a 15, but I'm a pretty dexterous old man.
How do we do?
Old McGinty got a natural 20, so it's a 23.
You got a natural 20.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
right. Just want to talk, boys.
Clean 20.
It's the cleanest 20 there is.
Is that what they call it? A clean
Yeah.
A nice clean 20.
That's what we're calling it. Anyway,
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
11.
Okay, well, it's top of the initiative order. These thugs did not roll that well. And so I'm also actually going to roll for Ruta, because I think that she should be involved in here. She's around, you know? I don't know how much help she's going to be. But
She's got a dagger.
yeah, she's there.
She's spunky.
She's got a club.
Oh, pardon
Yeah,
me.
yeah, how dare you?
The Spunky Club.
What's her last name?
Ugh.
Dalton, like Timothy.
Any relation?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Her husband's going to kill these guys.
yeah, Timothy Dalton is the butcher in the city. Who is Timothy Dalton again?
James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
For like once, I think.
He did 2 of them.
Was it 2?
Yeah, George Lazenby
Yeah.
did 1.
Oh, right.
Timothy Dalton is now canon in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
universe. All right. Well, Old McGinty, top of the initiative order. You've got these 3 hulking guys. They're a little bit down the alleyway, but they're close enough to you that you can probably reach them with a movement. And they're all kind of surrounding this woman, and they're kind of shoving her around a little bit.
They're already starting to push her around.
Yes.
Ms. Dalton, heads up. McGinty's going to load his crossbow and shoot a crossbow bolt at one of these guys.
Sure.
Just get into it.
Okay. Well, why don't you give me a roll and see if we hit him?
Right. So this crossbow attack. 18 to hit.
18 to hit. 18 does it.
Oh,
He hits
cool.
him. So you hit him.
And I know Ruta. Would she be considered an ally at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah. Sneak attack damage, baby.
Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, you've discovered that this old man is a rogue.
I'm a rogue. I'm just an old rogue doing my thing. So crossbow is 1d8 plus 3 for my dex plus a d6
Okay.
for my sneak attack. So 7 plus 8.
Okay.
8 damage.
7 plus 8, that's 8 damage. Okay, that does a pretty hefty number on this guy here.
These guys bothering you?
This crossbow bolt like flies into this guy's like chest. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ! And he's just, which is a weird thing to say in this world because Jesus Christ doesn't exist. But
Timothy Dalton does.
Timothy Dalton is real.
He is an atheist.
Praise be.
Yeah. So this hurts this guy a ton. How much was your damage again, Jess?
It was 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this guy's like bleeding quite a bit now. He's pretty fucked up. He's like, oh oh. And his friends are like, oh no. So they all like, they get into, like really get into this and they start like panting really heavily. These are dog people, so they're getting more and more rabid. They're foaming at the mouth.
Hey, Fetch.
All right, next up, that's Frank.
Frank, listen here, boys. I got a question for you. You're all pretty bulky. Is that strong muscles or you just got big bones?
What? One of them looks at me and is like, what are you talking about, man? Big bones? What? I don't know. I'm just like fuck you, dude. And they like shove Ruda again.
You know what? I'll find out on my own. Frank pulls out of his sleeves, super slick like, this chain sickle. If you're not sure what that is, it's a sickle with one on one end, and there's a chain with a ball attached to the other end.
Oh my god.
And he just he spins it around, and he goes in for an entangle.
Okay.
So he's just gonna try to like.
Is he going after the one that
No.
Jesse already hit?
No, he's gonna go after a guy who's like, what?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. This other guy's like, what are you fucking talking about, dude?
14.
That hits.
Sweet. It doesn't do damage. It just like wraps around their body, and they're entangled. I get to hold them down on a leash, if you will.
He's freak on a leash.
Yeah. This podcast is entirely corn references now. Yeah. No. So you see, he starts whimpering a little. He's like, what the fuck, man? Fuck you.
Down, boy. Down.
All right. Anous, it's up to you.
How far away are they from where I'm standing?
They're probably about 25 feet. If you're at the edge of the alleyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great.
So yeah, they're at like 25 feet away from you.
So Anous makes his way towards the dog person who has not been attacked yet.
Okay.
And
Little boy. Jesus.
I am a grown man, and Mother taught me
He's looking at your
that
shirt.
dogs were not allowed. And he swings his longsword.
All right, give me a roll.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, you crit. Your first fucking attack, and you crit.
It's a high standard job.
Yeah. All right. Well, roll your damage there, boss.
17.
Okay, so you're using what weapon again?
A longsword?
A longsword. So you guys see
17.
You guys see this like bowl cut man in a rainbow polo that you guys have like noticed around town a little but never really paid attention to. Walks down this alleyway, says this thing about his mother never saying that dogs are not allowed, and he pulls out a longsword and just fully decapitates this fucking dog. Just absolutely.
Sweet.
Unless Thomas, is that how you want to kill him? How do you want to kill him? I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I think I hold him close and I say, "Run away, boy. I never loved you. I don't want you anymore. Go on, get out of here." And then I chop his head off.
Right before he dies, he's like, what are you fucking talking? And then he just gets killed. So this guy's absolutely dead. Fully gone. Okay. So, Jesus.
Anous, is that you? Wow.
That's right.
What? Anytime you want a good berry pie, you come down to my patisserie, boy.
I appreciate that, sir.
Okay. And now over to you, Tash.
There's one or two left.
There's two left.
There's two left.
One's tangled up and the other one's bleeding from the chest.
Bleeding from the chest. Which is the one that pushed Ruda?
The one is bleeding from the chest.
Bleeding from the chest. I'll attack that one.
Okay.
Okay, so 18.
Yep.
Holy shit.
It was like already hit, but now just adding more to it.
Yeah. He's
numbers.
hurt. I think you actually hit him with the natural roll anyway, but it doesn't matter.
Learning.
Yeah.
Yay.
So you hit
Okay,
him.
so I hit him, right?
Yes,
okay,
you did.
okay.
Yeah. Now roll your damage.
9.
Okay. 9.
I think, yeah.
Tash, finish this guy.
I pull him up close to my face.
Yeah.
It's like, "You've been a bad fucking boy!" And then jab the short sword right through the chin and up through the top of his head.
So now,
And then I throw him to the ground and it's like, "Nobody dishonors halflings."
holy shit. So
Upon hearing you've been a bad boy, Anous falls to his knees with his hands over his ears and just starts rocking back and forth.
okay.
So except the other, that's my first kill. That was fun.
So
Doing the rush.
McGinty, you cook pies or?
Well, I bake pies.
I guess
Don't-
you can't. I guess you can't cook. That's on me.
If it was a meat pie, I guess you could technically cook it.
What kind of tasters do you add in there?
Excuse me?
You know, things that add flavor.
Oh, well, mostly a lot of sugar because it's a bakery. It's a patisserie. I add a lot of chocolate. I've got baker's chocolate. A little bit of sometimes a bit of salt. Put that in the cookie dough. Makes the flavors come out a little bit. Pops a little bit. You cook? You a baker?
I'm not much of a baker, you see, but I like to dabble in some of the hot stuff.
What? Pardon me for asking. I'm going to regret this. What hot stuff do you dabble in?
Oh, well, spices of all kinds, sir.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
While this conversation is going on, this dog person is entangled, like writhing. He's like, "Arr, arr," and he's trying to get out. So now we have to do a contested strength check. So go ahead, Luke.
I'm going to give myself disadvantage because I'm focused on this conversation.
Oh, I see.
I think that's fair.
Okay, yeah, I think, look at you just DMing your way out, like away from something. Yeah.
Still pretty good.
14. Wait, 14. Oh, sorry. You strength?
Yeah.
12.
And this guy got 14. So this thug like breaks free of the chains, and he starts scampering away right away. Like you see him like on all fours, sort of dog running, and he's running off down the alleyway. So So now we're getting opportunity attacks on this guy here. I think Anous is probably a little bit closer than. Just based on where I have this positioned here. So I think you're going to get an opportunity attack. So why don't you roll a d20 and let's see if you hit him.
Great. Anous is throwing a javelin at him.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And he says, "Hey, doggy, fetch." And he rolls an 8.
So he says that, and I think because you were so distracted earlier when somebody said you've been a bad boy, you're still a little shaken, and it doesn't, like, you kind of don't quite loose the javelin properly, and it just misses. All right, what about you?
6 plus
5.
plus 5?
So that's 11.
No, sorry, it's 16 plus 5, so 21.
Oh, you absolutely hit it. Okay, roll your damage.
7?
Okay, you hit him for 7 damage, and he's like, you take a nice big chunk out of this guy as he's running. He's like, oh. But he keeps on scampering away, and he actually makes it around the corner. The dogs are gone, right? You hear him scampering off into the night, and Rich is like, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was afraid." What do you guys say?
It is my honor to protect your life,
Oh.
Ruta.
Hello?
And I kneel in front of her.
How did you know my name? Oh, I guess
I think I
said it.
said it out loud.
Oh,
Actually, that's how the whole fight started. You said her name out loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry, I am a little shaken up, as you can tell. I wanted her. I wanted to have Timothy with me when I came here, but he was a little too busy with the shop, and it's just been a big evening for me. I'm not sure if I'll make it to the bell tower after all.
Your bell tower?
Well, yes. Did you not get a note, like some of the rest of the town?
Is it red?
Yes, with a white dot in the center.
Frank runs up really close, kneels down,
Oh.
and picks up his chainstick. Go, "Oh, Scarlet, what did you do to you? You're all entangled now."
Ruta just kind of decompresses herself, catches her breath, and says, "I think I best get back to my dwelling. If you wouldn't mind just escorting me out to the street again."
Yeah, be my pleasure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
What exactly were these dogs? Who let these dogs out? Is my question.
Yeah, who?
Who?
Yes, who?
We all just say "who" over and over again to her.
Ruta kills you all. She's had none of this. She's like, "I'm not sure. They came into the butcher shop this afternoon, and they were gnashing their teeth and looking for meat. And we don't really get many gnolls in these parts, but I didn't know what to do. But they didn't seem like they were willing to pay. They kept trying to grab things, and my husband, Timothy, he was told them to leave."
Sorry, Ru, can I just cut in for a moment there?
Yes.
Now, is this your perception of gnolls based on a previous bias, or?
I'm not sure what you mean. I think they came in and they were being
very rowdy. They were throwing around pieces of ham.
Well, maybe that's just part of their culture.
Sounds like they were just having fun with their friends, maybe.
Root is like starting to get a little confused and like defensive. But no, it's not. They like this is our ham, right? We were trying to sell it to people, and they had no interest in purchasing it. You see, she's getting really defensive and.
No, look. I understand. It's your business. You went to all the work to cut the ham and slice it and butcher the pig. So
Yes.
if these people are coming in and disrupting it, you were within your right to unleash force against them.
Right.
And if I'm not wrong,
That's
your
what I would've
husband
done.
has a license to kill. Is that right?
We don't like to talk about that very much. And at the mention of license to kill, Ruta's face drains all color. She like goes very silent and is just like, I think I'd best be going, and dips off down the corner of the alleyway and like is gone. As you guys are entering out into the street that you were in before, a huge rumble echoes through the streets. You can hear these distant screams. As you walk out into the street, you see some people who were moving towards the bell tower that you kind of recognize, the people that were nodding at you. They're now running in the opposite direction. Yells and cries can be heard from all over. You make a few turns. You guys are running towards the action here. And you see what used to be the town center. The tall, four-sided structure of the bell tower has now been cracked in half. And you can see that there was a makeshift stage sort of created around the base of the bell tower. It's now destroyed, as the top of the bell tower lays right on it in ruin. There's a small little podium that's kind of shattered, and a red jacket blows in the breeze as it clings to this sort of destroyed podium, resembling almost a flag of ill intent. Some thunderous rumbles can be felt, getting less and less prominent. A loud scream of panic cuts through the air. It's coming off to your right. A big, terrified-looking half-orc is pinned under a large rock. Further away, a terrified scream comes out, and you hear someone almost dangling from like what might be a ledge or something up there. It's hard to make out through all the smoke and the flame. You just hear, "Help! Help! Help!" Across the way, sort of a little bit farther, in a building, you see a huge blaze going on. You know this to be the museum.
That fire doesn't belong in a museum.
There's a lone small figure is weeping in the street and holding their arm. So what's happening here? You guys have walked into what is essentially a disaster zone, right? All this crazy shit is going on. Now, you guys get the sense that there's different people that you gotta go save, if you feel so inclined. But it's probably not likely that you're gonna make it to all of these people in time. The fire in the building at the museum is getting pretty big. This large rock that's on this half-orc, more pieces of debris are falling onto it. It's getting heavier. Someone is dangling from a window ledge up above. You don't know how long their grip is gonna last. And this weeping figure in the road doesn't seem to be doing too well either. What do you guys do?
Do I recognize? Does old McGinty recognize any of them?
I think it's too smoggy and folky.
It's too folksy out
It's
here.
too folksy out here. It's too whimsical. you can't see anybody
Banjo
through
music's distracting
through
me.
the Joss Whedon lens of things. Yeah.
I think Anous immediately approaches the orc buried under the rubble and attempts to see if he can remove it or help him out.
Okay. Is that what you guys all like? What you guys all want to do? What do you guys
I'm gonna
want?
try to climb up to the dangling person.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I was thinking of maybe shooting an arrow and attaching a rope to it so the dangling person could slide down it.
Oh, it's gonna help the dangler too.
Wow. Okay.
Fuck the museum.
So what
No
happens?
time.
The four of you walk out into the street. You see this disaster zone. People are all running away, and there's these people all screaming for help. One of you goes over to this orc.
No, we huddle up and we say, if we split up, we can rescue all of them. 3, 2, 1, break. And then I go to the right, and all 3 of you go to the same building.
Wait, are you both also helping this dangling guy? Because then I'll go to the crying
I was
woman.
going to the dingling person.
Okay, I'll
but,
go
like,
help the
did we-
crying woman. McGinty stops climbing. He's halfway up. He goes back down.
I guess I'll go after the museum.
Okay, great. So,
Good huddle, everyone.
yeah, good huddle. So, Thomas, I'm going to get you to give me a strength check. Anous said first where he was going, so we're going to assume he was a little bit quicker on the trigger here.
21.
You got a 21. Okay, so this half elf, which is not very big, gets a weird like push of strength. Thomas, maybe we can say we channel some of your like divine energy.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like maybe you get. What do you say as you kind of go to lift this rock up?
I say, Mother will protect us.
And this half orc is like, just get me out of here, man! I don't like this. And you lift this. You single-handedly lift this rock up. The orc is the half orc is incredibly confused now. I think maybe there's like some leverage that kind of helped you out. Like there was like a fulcrum that people can't really see. But you help this guy right out of there, and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much, And he's like patting himself down, and he's like, you can see he's hurt a little bit, and he's missing teeth. He's got like a broken pair of glasses on.
If you don't mind, I have some experience mending people in physical pain, as well as those suffering from pain of the heart and the mind.
Oh, okay, if you say you can help me, I'll let you do anything. And he kind of like, just stands there waiting for you to do something to him.
Please make yourself comfortable. Spread out on the ground.
There is fire like all over the place, right? Just for clarity.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Just checking in.
Find a slightly less fiery spot.
He like slowly moves to like a place and like he's like, do I go like this? And
Like
like,
spread eagle.
yeah,
on the
fully
ground.
starfishes on the ground. He's like, is this what you want? I'm
That's
scared.
good, yes. Anous will do his work. Anous will get his work done.
Who's
And
Like
Anous?
face down, right? Just about like ass up.
Yeah, his ass, he's fully in the air, doesn't understand what's going on.
He's a
Anous's
shark.
hands sort of move over his body, never making contact, but sort of waving in the wind like someone who's on a road trip with their hand out the window.
It's a
Oh,
Reiki.
And-
He's doing
yeah,
Reiki.
And he heals, well, how much HP does he need? Does he need any?
I mean, yeah, he's pretty hurt, so he could use like he would be very much benefited by, I guess, like 10 HP would be great for him. He's not doing
All I can do is 5.
This guy's lying. His ass
Don't get greedy. You seem to be a side figure in my life.
What are you talking about, kid? And you give this guy his 5 HP.
Yes, I do, because I committed earlier before realizing what it would cost me.
So we can say this guy's got like 2 like pretty badly damaged legs, and now like one of them is pretty healed, but the other one is still totally fucked up. And
I
he's-
hope one leg is enough for you.
Oh, it'll have to do. I gotta go. And he like sort of like starts to like run away, but as he does that, he turns around and says, "Oh, sorry." And he like shoves this little bag into your chest and is like, here you go, guy," and walks away. And Thomas, you can add a healing potion to your inventory.
I don't need
Hold
this
on.
anymore.
Yeah.
Wow, it
His leg
really
is so-
seemed, you really
Fuck
made
my
me
leg.
feel useful when you had the tools all along.
He's so stupid. He has no idea what he's just done. This guy is incredibly stupid. So
I'm under this rock and all I got is a healing potion.
yeah. And upon closer inspection, Thomas, you look at it and it's. Well, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting good rolls. I got an 18.
Okay, this healing potion is fully cracked. It's empty. The bag is like sopping wet with healing potion juice. So yeah, this healing potion actually does still work. It's just like you have to squeeze out the bag, like wring it out. But it's gonna just give you like 2 HP. So
it's not as threatening in combat when you're like squeezing a rag to heal out.
So yeah, it fully broke in the fall.
Okay.
And that's that. But so you can get like 2
No
HP.
good deed goes unpunished.
Okay, so what we cut away to this terrified figure hanging from the windows. How many of you are there?
Just me. Just me.
Just you were there.
We
Okay.
re-huddled and then started separating again.
There's a lot of huddles going on here.
Communication is very important, guys.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So, what you see up there, you can kind of see through the smoke and the fire. There's this little dwarf, and he's hanging on. He's like, help, help me, and he's trying. He's gonna fall. Things are falling around. What do you do?
So I want to take out my long bow and shoot an arrow close to him, but first tie my hemp rope to it and then hold it taut so he can slide down.
Oh, I see. You're making him like a little pulley system kind of thing here. Yeah. So he sees you sort of knocking your arrow and like getting ready to shoot it, and he's like, What the fuck are you doing?
I'll put you out of your misery.
I say nothing.
He's like, please, I need help. I'm not. Oh my God, you're one of them. Yeah, please.
Cock my arrow, narrow my good eye.
All right. I guess give me a. I'm gonna get you to roll a d20 here. We're gonna guess. Is there like maybe it's a sleight of hand? Is there like an accuracy check? I don't even know what I would need.
I would say just dex check.
Oh yeah, let's so let's get you to do a straight up dexterity check.
Okay.
So roll me dex. Yeah.
Sleight of hand. Never see the arrow.
Yeah. So it's with a like a d20, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And
Just
then
roll a
I just
d20.
add the
Yeah,
3
your
to
dex
it?
modifier.
Okay.
Yeah.
11.
And that's with your dex modifier?
Yes, yeah.
So this arrow like shoots right past the guy's head. He's wearing like a little hat, and it just tings his hat right off and goes through the window, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And like it doesn't like loop through properly. The rope doesn't come. Like this did not work. Okay, so we're gonna cut away now. Who
Rehuddle. No.
Well, maybe I should have kept climbing the building.
As that happens, hold on, let me a second. Let me just roll something here. Okay, yeah. Well, no, actually. So you see like a one of the burning kind of pieces of wood in the rafters kind of falls and like just narrowly misses this guy as it's falling. So he's like, okay, where are we next? Who is over at the museum? You? Yeah,
Frank.
Okay. So Frank, you know this is a museum. Now the museum,
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, it's a museum.
Hello, old girl.
So in Willowhelm, one of the reasons why this place has been like a tourist attraction for people lately is that this building is known as the first. And you would know this, knowing what you know about, and it may be very well why you're in this town. It's famous for holding the first complete skeleton of a giant inside it.
This I gotta see.
I like the idea of you having not seen it yet.
I hope I have enough for admission.
This building is totally ablaze, and this girl comes, like, she's standing outside the door. She's like, please help me, my boyfriend, he's in there, he needs help, can you please help me?
Or tell me what you like most about him.
What do you...
If I'm gonna save this kid's life, I gotta know what's so special about him.
He's got a really big heart, and he always tries to help people when they're down. Sometimes he'll even do people's homework for them in school. And
Ma'am, you had me at homework.
Oh, okay. Can you please come help him? And so do you walk into the building?
Oh, Frank struts in that building.
Frank struts into this museum. Now, in the main lobby of this museum, there's like this is where they have it. So you know how like in Jurassic Park they have like the big T-Rex skeleton in the center of like the main room? Same idea here. This is the main attraction. You walk in and there's a giant skeleton in the center. Now, normally that's what you see when you walk in. When you walk in this time, shit is fucked up. So, there's no real like skeleton. There's just pieces and bits and pieces.
Did it like walk
still
away
up there? No, it's destroyed. It's been destroyed in the fire. And
buddy.
off to the right, you see a massive femur and tibia just like laying in a cross on the ground, and there and a human boy underneath it all. You just see like his arm and like part of his leg from the other side, like kind of kicking out, and he's like, "Help me! Help me!"
You must be Loverboy.
What? What are you talking about, mister?
Don't worry, I got this. Frank pulls up one of the bones that are off to the side, nice big one. And like while he's doing this, he's like kind of doing like a lesson in education.
Okay. A lesson in education.
That's right. You're
He's teaching him how to teach.
It's a pedagogical lesson.
Which obviously he wouldn't know about, but he's like, there, kid, this is what we call a simple machine. Now, somewhere around here, we may have already heard about a pulley or a fulcrum, but we're going to figure out the lever today.
This kid is screaming in agony right now. He's like, ah!
So the way it works is you stick a nice long straight piece because we want to alleviate some of the pressure.
Pressure is killing me!
And that's what hey, if you're not going to be calm, you're not going to learn anything.
She's like, his girlfriend is screaming at you to get this over with.
Frank sticks it under the tibia part of the bone. And look, so now when I apply pressure to this part, the lever is going to lift up the bone crushing your legs and allow you to escape. Now, Did you get all that?
I guess I was normally gonna ask you to do like a fucking strength check because I thought you'd try to lift it up, but instead you've done this insane fucking fulcrum method.
Fulcrum is a defensible machine. A lever is.
Yeah.
There are 6.
Oh, all right, man.
And I assume we'll see the other 3 with.
I'm hoping
next guy.
now. Chekhov's simple machine.
You know what?
There's going to be a wedge in the third act.
Give me a survival check with advantage.
Oh. I hope the next one's better. 18 in total.
18
Thank you for that advantage.
Yeah. You see, you do it and it almost cracks for a second and like it like kind of falls for a second and like almost hurts. Like you almost kill this kid for a brief moment. And then your little simple machine effectively works and frees this guy. He scrambles out of there as best he can. He's sort of like limping a little and saying, "Thank you so much. My name is Turdon. My name is Turdon. And please come see me tomorrow at my uncle's shop. I can't thank you enough. I need to get." And like as he's like trying to talk to you, another rafter piece falls from the ceiling and like lands. Like, oh God! Oh!
You see, the bone I was using almost cracked because bones are naturally very strong, but when you apply heat, they lose some of their strength and they start cracking apart.
He's like, what is your problem, man? Why are you trying to anyway, he's just I am down at the old factory shop and that you know the packing district. It doesn't matter. Come see me there.
Factory shop?
Yes.
You sell factories?
No. What are you talking about? Now you know the factory shop to just be like, there used to be like a factory that was converted into a bunch of shops in the area, and so he's
you're thinking of the shop factory.
Yeah. That's where they make shops. So he's just like confused. His girlfriend like pulls him away, and they're just like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here." Another piece of the ceiling falls, and I hit my headphones and lands on the ground beside them, and they sort of like scamper off.
She really loves you.
They're very confused.
The banner falls down. It says, "When giants ruled."
Yeah. We get sued by Steven Spielberg. Michael Crichton comes after us. Yeah. Okay. Where is McGinty?
Old McGinty ran over to the crying figure in the road.
Okay. As you get closer, you realize this is a little halfling girl. It's not the halfling girl that we saw before.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, Tasha's almost in tears.
That's why I didn't go to her.
It's too personal.
I can't shoot an arrow at this person. And she's holding her arm and it's bleeding. Now you also hear screams from Tasha's failed attempt at trying to help this person. And so do you, Luke. At this point, where this halfling girl is, she's so far away from where Tasha's individual is. Luke, you're kind of in between both, so you can kind of make it to both. Jesse, you're probably not going to make it to both. So I'll give you a...
Yeah, no, McGinty just rushes over. He sees... what's your character's name, Tash? We don't know yet. I see the drow run to the tower, so I'm like, she's got this. So I'm
Okay.
running straight to the
So
figure
you're
crying.
you're not interested in going there. Okay.
Look, we all have our jobs, and if we
Yeah.
all do them right, this
Yeah.
will be fine.
Yeah. And so she's got this bleeding arm, and she's just like saying, "Daddy, Dad, Dad." And she's calling out.
Are you hurt?
My arm hurts. I don't know where my dad is. There was a big bang and there was screaming and he was with me and he was holding my hand and now he's gone and I don't know where he went.
McGinty's gonna, with his old bones, struggle and hoist her onto his back like a piggyback.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does your dad look like?
Oh, well, he's a little like me. He's got dark hair. He's short, and he's got a beard or a goatee. I don't know. And he was in the building with me. Maybe he's inside there. And she points over to the shop, and like it's totally destroyed and stuff like that, and it's ablaze. And she's like, I think we were leaving there, and then everything kind of went big and loud, and now he's not here, and I don't know where he is.
Okay, I'm gonna go see if your dad's okay.
Okay.
McGinty's gonna like hand her off to someone on the side who seems responsible, and he's gonna approach the shop.
Okay. When you get there, you see like you can't like easily walk in. Everything's kind of like destroyed, so you're gonna have to like kind of like if you're planning on entering this building, you're gonna have to do a survival check. Is sort of the shorthand.
Yeah, well, ought to see if he's still alive. I'm gonna go in there. 11.
So as you try to like get past the first doorway, like a big like burst of flame kind of like pushes back, and well, give me an investigate check.
Sure.
Yeah.
8.
Okay, so this big fire pushes back. You're like, man, I don't fucking know if anyone could have survived this thing. Like, this is a tough situation. So you're not really sure that you can even get in here. What do you do?
I walk back over to the halfling girl. We're gonna. I couldn't see your daddy in there.
Okay.
So maybe. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure
Oh,
I'm sure he's somewhere safe.
Okay.
But just for now, do you have someone that you can go to?
Oh, I only live a few streets over. Maybe you could take me to my house or something if you wanted to. I don't know. I should go home. I don't have a mommy or anything. But...
I take out a Fantasy Werther's and I hand it to her.
Fantasy Werther's. She takes the Werther's. Okay, and she starts like eating the candy and she's kind of like calmed down. We're gonna cut over to the the dangling dwarf who's like, "Could you please don't shoot any more arrows at me? I'm a bit afraid up here. Oh God!" And
Fine.
all right, I'm gonna give you another shot at this. So we're gonna roll another Dex check. It was Dex, right? That's what we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna roll another Dex check. See if you can help him here.
Okay. I'm not shooting an arrow. Close your eyes. I'm coming to get you, I swear. 20.
Is that a nat 20 or
No,
dirty
a
20?
dirty 20.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
We say clean 20.
You
around
hit him
here?
straight in the heart this time.
Yeah.
Great shot.
You critically kill.
Bullseye.
You critically hit, wound, and destroy this dwarf. No.
Yes.
The arrow this time lands right into the banister beside him. He's like, oh! He grabs onto it, slides down immediately. He knows what to do. This guy's like, he's not an idiot. He's just like
thank God.
scared witless right now. He lands like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you saved me life. My name's Sputton. I'll be able to help you with whatever you need for the next little while. Oh my God, you have no idea the things we've seen today. And so, you guys, I guess you reconvene with these people. There's not a lot of things are starting to kind of die down a little bit. Some of the community people are coming out and starting to throw some water on these things, and people are gathering their stuff. It is a sad scene. You walk into the street. I think am I accurate in saying that you're probably going to try and take this little girl home?
If there's anyone that I know that I trust to get her to do that, I would have passed her off.
I think I don't think there's anyone here. I think this has got to be on you guys because like most of the people, like there's not a lot of people who've stuck around during all this. This is like a destruction scene that everyone was running away. If you lived nearby or whatever, you were like, oh shit. So
if Frank's around there, Frank's gonna look around for like a wheelbarrow of sorts.
I think there's maybe like a shoddily, like there's one there.
That's all I need.
He needs an axle and wheel, another simple machine.
Frank's gonna go up. Hey there, little lady. Would you like a ride in this your vehicle?
Okay. I'm not really okay. And she like kind of
We'll make it fun.
I like fun.
Before Spoden, what is that? How do you say his
Spotten.
name? Spotten. Before he runs away, can I ask him, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not actually running away. You get the sense that he's kind of gonna stick around you guys for the next little bit.
Okay.
So Sputten's like, oh right, well if you're wandering, and as you're walking down the street sort of together, you got this little girl in the wheelbarrow, and he's like, well, you see, we all gathered around. I assume you guys got the notes as well, did you? With the red cards with the white dots on them.
Yeah,
Yes?
what were those for?
So, I'm not exactly sure myself, but I came home the other day and I found it on me pillow. And I thought, oh, all right. Well, I've not been happy with things lately. I thought maybe there's some sort of secret meeting going on. There's quite a few people around here. Turns out that Lorenzo Pyre, and you guys would know Lorenzo Pyre as sort of this half-elf revolutionary who's been around for a while. And he's been giving, he's been kind of disseminating information and trying to start a little bit of a revolution. But there's only been like very small whispers of this. You guys would have a vague sense that this is the case. And he says, you know, he got everybody together. There was tons of us here, loads of us. And he started to give us a rousing speech out here and incite the people to kind of take back the power. But as he was talking, a huge half-giant just crashed right through the bell tower and grabbed him and ran off with him and started kicking buildings and throwing things around. You know, my father used to be quite close with the Pyre family, and they had a secret headquarters in here that they never really let anybody into. A secret place that nobody could go to, but no one knows how to access it. They all go in there all the time, but anyway, I think it's around here somewhere. And as he's kind of like looking around to kind of get his bearings, things are a little destroyed. The little girl goes, "Oh, this is my place actually." And she kind of like points to this little shack that you guys have come upon.
Does the shack have a door?
Yeah. Her house is
It's a shack. I want to know.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
From the Shack Factory.
Yeah.
Beads hanging in front of the door.
Yeah. They go. You guys see this little house. She like immediately kind of like clambers out of the cart and like runs right in, and she's like,
Before she runs in,
Yeah.
Frank's gonna like tap her on the shoulder. Hey, little lady, I got a little gift for you.
"Yes."
And he grabs her hand
Yeah.
and puts in this triangular block in her hand. This will keep your door open if you want it open.
It's a door. You've given her a wedge, a door wedge.
Simple machine quest is almost complete.
She's like, "Oh wow, thank you so much," and
She was excited by that. Good.
Runs inside, and she's Dad, and you hear her yelling. What do you guys do?
There's no one else in the shack, as far as we can tell.
I mean, you don't know. You can't tell.
McGinty will poke his head in the shack and
Sure.
look around.
You poke your head in there, and you see a halfling man is in the shack. He's grabbing stuff. "Oh my God, Wilta! I thought you were gone. And he gives her a big hug, and he kind of like notices you come in and says, "Thank you so much."
Anous storms in and says, "We have no way of knowing if this is the real father," and draws his sword.
Now hold on. McGinty puts a hand on his shoulder. Is this your dad?
Yes, this is my.
There you go.
Anous solemnly sheathes his sword. That's why we always ask.
He's thank you so much. You know, during this speech, we only live a few houses over. We heard some loud noises and we came out from the house to see what was going on. And next thing you know, everything started kind of exploding and people started getting hurt. And I was with my daughter and, well, I practice a bit of of the magic myself, and we were in this house, and I just wanted to get us out of there, and I used a teleport spell, but it didn't really work on both of us, and so I appeared here, and my God, I thought she was gone. And he sort of holds her tight and is sort of like quietly, like he's overcome with emotion. Yeah.
Rael makes a little noise.
Yeah.
Well, McGinty walks over and goes, I'm so happy you made it. I'm so happy you're alive. I have something for you. Takes out a coupon. 50% off your next purchase. The saucy tart.
Oh, there's an expiration date on this.
Yeah. You're going to need to use it within the week.
Yeah. It's just been really tough. Are you guys open normal hours? Or?
Actually, no. I'm actually was going to go on vacation, so.
It's just
you're going to have to go tomorrow.
Okay.
Sorry about that. This is. You know what? Just tell Harriet, my wife, that McGinty sent you, and she'll hook you up.
Okay. He like holds this, and the little girl's like, "That man gave me this." It's like, "This is doorstop." Yes, he sees it. He's just all right.
Wait. I have something for the little one as well. And from his pocket, he sort of hands her this broken healing potion, dripping all over the floor. Now, there's not much left in this, but if you really squeeze it just right, it might make you feel a little better.
Watch out. Looks like there might be some broken glass in there.
You see, the father has a broken arm as well, because they were holding hands when he did it, and then a piece of lumber kind of landed on him. And so he like rubs it on, and it gets a little better. Like, it definitely doesn't fix him, but he gets a little better. He's like, Tash, do you want to give these people anything?
I dig my hands in my pockets, do the elephant ears.
A moth comes out.
A moth, thank you. He looks at the moth and assumes you've given it as a gift.
Yeah, that's totally planned. I like it.
As our heroes decide to impart gifts to this lovely young girl and her father, one can only ask, what sort of gifts will fate deal them? Find out next time on episode 2 of What We Do in the Basement.
Hell yeah.
That was good. Do it again, because I in the mic.
It was so good. You're like, ooh.